this was something that I noticed like from the beginning is like there is a lot of pressure almost to embark on starting a spiritual business, and that there needs to be an exchange between like yourself and the people that you are sharing the information with.
Mm-hmm.
And for me at least, I was always like anybody who was like presenting that, it was always like you have a monetary, like that exchange is in the form of a monetary exchange where you present this information to them and then in return they give you this. But the thing is, like, for me, like something that I have come to realize like just recently and that really resonated a lot with me, I know we were kind of just talking about this,
Yeah.
that for me, like, yes, there is it is important for there to be an exchange, because we don't want to just like give our energy out and drain ourselves. However, for me, my recent kind of understanding, the thing that like really felt good to me is that like us sharing this information, helping people to help and heal themselves, like we are a collective. We're a collective consciousness. So if I'm helping this person to heal, I'm in turn, like, they're in turn helping me to heal.
Yeah.
By healing themselves, by taking this information that I'm giving them and utilizing it to actually do their work and work on their, I guess you could say, their part of this collective consciousness, like their piece of it.
That's right.
So like, so it's like really, and this information is just out there. Like it's all just,
it's all shared. We are all one of the same.
Yeah. And like any book that's been written, any whatever's like all of this information is coming from the universe. It's like it's the collective consciousness. It's available to all of us.
Yeah.
But not all of us have kept our ability to receive it open. Most of us have shut it off, and that's, those of us who get a glimpse of it, like, we reopen those doors and go on that journey to open them further, to let it all back in.
Yeah.
And like work with it, heal from it, do whatever it is we need to do with it.
And that's not anyone's fault. That's just it's like society, how it's evolved over the time and the ages, and
right,
it's just how we are.
Yeah. And so like, that's really all we're doing, is like we're reopening those doors and helping other people to learn how to reopen the doors for themselves too, so that they can also regain access to everything. So like, to me, it doesn't feel right to be like, here's this course, whatever, like, like we were talking about before, like having, like, if we're going to introduce like a physical tool or something, like a book, a card deck, whatever, like, yeah, there is a physical exchange there that should, physical giving out that should have a physical return. So like, yeah, buying books, buying decks and stuff like that, like,
yeah, because you then own that becomes,
yeah, because that's something actually here in the physical. Whereas to put like it doesn't feel good to me to put out a workshop to, you know, on my website or whatever. Like
No.
putting energy services on my website is something I toyed with for so long, but there was always something that was holding me back from it.
Do you know?
Like something that just and I always perceived it as I didn't feel like I was advanced enough to do it. But then I finally did it, and it didn't, like, it felt good for a second that I was putting myself out there that I could do these things for people. But then it was like a brief lived moment of feeling good, and then it was like, oh, this doesn't feel right. And I took it all down. And then with our conversation the other day where we were talking about that, you know, it's not a physical, like an exchange of a physical good, like
Yeah.
it suddenly made sense to me that, like, oh, what I was once perceiving as I wasn't advanced enough to do this, no, that wasn't it. It was because I was putting something out there for, like, to give somebody something energetically and then expect a physical gift in return. And I didn't like that dynamic of it. It didn't feel balanced. It didn't feel...
No.
It didn't sit well with me. Like, it felt heavy.
It's almost as like when you do that exchange, instead of exchanging a physical object, it's a connection to your energy.
Yeah.
Is how I see it as well. And you should not let anybody connect to you without permission, and that's all that's doing. Is another way to, like, look at it.
Yeah, and I
cut them strings.
I feel like I'm not going to put, like, judgment or shame towards anybody who, because I mean, I have tons of friends who, you know, have their spiritual businesses, and, like, that's how they support their families, and or some that just do it as, like, a side thing, whatever. But like, I have no judgment or shame towards them for doing it that way, but just for me personally, it didn't feel right. It super just didn't feel right for me to be the one doing that. So it felt like and that's the thing, is like what we mentioned before, everybody's journeys are different.
Yep.
And that's a part of my journey, is that yes, I need to share these things, but I need to do it in a different way.
I think we're lucky as well, though, because the energy work isn't our our main focus.
Yeah.
So it's easy for us to just be like, no.
Yeah.
We're not.
It really is.
Whereas, you know, there are those out there that are genuine and want to help.
Yeah.
But they still need to support their families, and that they are genuine people. They are not lying or anything, but there are so many out there that are. And I've noticed it when I did my Reiki course. Afterwards, I just got through all of this stuff, and it was about, you need to get insurance, here's a guide on how to price. Literally shoved upon me, and it was like, hold up.
Yeah, right. You're like, what?
Yeah, I was like, I did this because I wanted to learn it.
Yeah, right. You're like,
and now it's telling me to charge what now? And then seeing over social media, the courses just pop up, and somewhere in it, it's all spiritual and helpful and everything. And then it's like, you can make money make this a career.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like the people who, like some of my good friends, for example, like you said, like, you know, they got into the work for themselves initially, to heal themselves, to work through the traumas, to release all of the crap that is.
Yeah, but I guarantee they would help someone in need.
Absolutely, exactly. And that's the thing, like after they got to a certain point in their journeys, they decided that, you know, I need to share this with others, and they started doing so, but then continued evolving it and got to a point of like, I want to have more time to spend towards doing this. So instead of, so like in cases like that, I do understand why they, you know, they have like their business, you know, they charge for their services, and, you know, they're putting their time towards this. They have families to support, but they also don't want to be pulling themselves so thin that, like, okay, I'm working this full-time job and I'm taking care of my family and I'm doing this on the side. So, like, I get it. It makes sense.
Yeah. I think
it still doesn't work for me personally, but, like, you know, I can understand why they are doing it that way. But yeah, like you said, like the ones that are just very like, I'm not actually doing it to help people. I don't care if I help people. I just care if I make a buck. Like, yeah, that I super disagree with, and they need to stop.
Yeah. And it's like, if you're seeking it, try and find someone local to you. Don't go straight on for like an online, over a Zoom call, or get read-ins online or anything. Find someone local to you first.
Yeah, definitely pay attention to your gut.
Yeah.
Pay attention to how the energy feels, like when you're scouting them out or something, like looking at websites or whatever, like pay attention to the feelings that you get throughout your body. Like when you're looking at their website, or like reading their little bio, or, you know, whatever it is, like, do you feel kind of heavy? Do you feel a little uncomfortable? Because if that's the case, then that's not going to be a great person for you to go and see. And it might not be that, like, they aren't legit or like something like that, but it might be that you're not ready to see them in particular.
Yeah,
and maybe, like, once you're further down through your journey, they might suddenly resonate and be like, because like you said, like there's some people that you used to follow that now you go back and look and suddenly you're like, I can't watch this, I can't listen to this, you know, whatever.
It's like their purpose was served.
Yeah, exactly. They helped where they were supposed to.
Yep, and then that's okay to jump from people and places to, because it will get like that where it's like, okay, that's what I needed from there. That's enough now. I'm gonna go. Don't stop looking, or because knowledge is amazing.
Yeah, it very well could be that they have one specific thing that they are aligned to help you with, and that's it.
Yeah.
And once they have helped you with that one thing and they're no longer aligned to help you, great. Now you go find somebody else who is aligned to help you with something else in your journey.
Oh shit, does that mean we're going to break up one day?
Oh my god, we better not.
Because we don't need each other anymore.
Ah, that would be awful.
Could you imagine?
I come in one day and I gotta crawl. Dear Ashley.
I cannot do this anymore.
Dear Jen. Finally, fuck off.
No, I don't think that could ever happen.
I really don't.
No, there's too many things that we do.
One, there's so much. And two, I feel like it is constantly evolving.
Yeah.
That, like, I feel like there will always be something, no matter what it is, even if it's something completely and utterly different.
It'll still go somewhere.
Yeah.
Always go somewhere.
We're going on a long adventure.
So that's good advice to anyone. If you find someone that you just bounce off of,
yeah,
and just have fun, just go with it.
Yep. 100%.
Just
and you'll know it when it happens.
Yeah, because it doesn't stop, and it's so much fun.
I mean, shit, we went from being complete strangers
to me watching you paint petals.
Yeah. And me watching you burn
shit.
Some wood. To being like just completely joined together.
Yeah.
And it did not take that long at all to happen.
It really didn't.
No. It's like when you like hit it off just like that, like, you know.
Yeah. Like some people are kept.
That's a mind meeting for sure.
Yeah, some people are kept for a moment.
Yeah. Some people have a small purpose.
Yeah, but at a certain point in time, that's the time you were supposed to meet.
Yeah.
Because if we'd have met any sooner, all of this would have been lost. Because we would have just been fucking about.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
And yeah, and that would have been it.
The universe is amazing.
It really is.
Yeah. Everything happens once it is aligned to do so.
Yes, exactly.
So that's the thing. You can't, but you can. But the best way to go about it is to not go actively hunting. No. Like, you need to focus on yourself first and work on getting, starting your healing and starting your releasing of limiting beliefs and such. And by doing so, you'll start raising that vibration. And as you raise that, those things that you want that are, those people to come into your lives, those situations, once you match their vibration, it will be aligned and they will show up.
Yep. And you remain in the now.
Yeah. It's kind of like tuning your radio.
Yeah, you stay here.
You tune your radio to a certain station and you only hear that radio that matches that frequency. The rest of it you don't hear. That doesn't mean it's not there.
You just don't hear it.
You don't hear it.
It doesn't interrupt.
Yeah. So those things are not going to show up until you match their frequency. So that's the biggest thing that I always see people like, I'm looking for my tribe. I'm looking for that special someone, whatever. That I'm looking for that right house, that right job. But the problem is they're like, I've been searching and searching for years and blah, blah, blah. But it's just not coming. But that's why. You're looking for something that doesn't match your frequency. So if you're looking for that radio station that you're not tuned into, you're never going to find it.
You're also giving out the energy that you don't want that.
Exactly. You're focused on the fact that you don't have it.
Yeah, so therefore
instead of
you don't want it.
Yeah.
So you don't get it.
Because the universe doesn't care about want and don't want. It just cares about that feeling that you have. So if you're focused on that feeling of not having it, then you're gonna continue to not have it.
That's just clicked in my head at this moment. The like, to live in the now was always, I know that. And then with all the manifestation, it was always I already have it. I have it. It's mine. It's here.
Yeah.
That's what that meant.
Uh-huh.
And I've just literally connected the two. Even though I knew the two and do the two, I've just connected them.
And that's the other thing. No matter how I love it so much. No matter how
squeeze it.
Stop it. No matter how far along you are on your journey, you are always going to be learning something new. You're always going to be having those like aha moments of like, holy shit, I get that now.
We like to call those ooh moments.
Yeah, we do.
Because it's
ooh a lot. Ooh.
Idea. Ooh,
And the bigger
that's
and
what it
longer the
was.
ooh, the more exciting it is.
Yeah. Makes you feel good when you do it too.
It does. Sometimes these things need to be vocalized. We need, you know what? You need sound effects in your life.
Yep. Oh, definitely.
Kind of off topic, but not really, because sound effects make things more fun, and we need to have fun.
Yep.
Or else your journey is gonna suck.
That's not suck, just be lonely.
Yeah.
And it shouldn't.
It'll be a lot more sad.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Just imagine how much more fun it is when you have sound effects.
So much more fun. I'm going to do sound effects next time I meditate.
Ooh.
Like every time when I sit down and adjust, I'm going to do sound effects.
I think that's good.
That sounds
See, that would be really fun.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Maybe we should record us meditating.
I think so.
And then,
and then we listen back to it later.
Yeah, and we'll put sound effects over it. Or we'll sit and watch and we can add the sound effects.
Yeah.
For each other. Not allowed to do yourself.
Oh, yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Although, see, that's gonna be fun.
See? Ideas.
This is what we're talking about.
Ideas.
Something serious. We're meditating, we're doing our stuff, but we're gonna make it fun.
Yeah.
We're gonna have fun with it. Be creative.
And if anyone ever needs any fun ideas, you know where to find them. Come and see us.
Yeah. We'll have at least 20 for you by the end of the 10-minute conversation.
Yep, they'll just naturally just be there and you take them away and run with them.
Yeah. What you do with it is up to you.
Yep.
But there they are.
So good. I love this.
Do too. Oh man, this is gonna be quite a fun adventure.
It is.